He's got a completion, Frank Lewis. And I'm going to tell you something. They're going to bring it back, Mike.
He called the play perfectly. Joe knew he needed to get him inside the 20, give McNamara a chance. He called the perfect play. When he got Frank Lewis out there, who will go across the middle with great athletic ability. Look at Luke Pacone, clear him out. Now Lewis across the middle, right in that 15-yard line, where's the perfect range for the field goal. Joe did all the right things except tell his offensive lineman not to grab somebody's shirt.
Boy, now you're way, way out. We'll try and get it for you. The guy carrying the marker now.
Illegal use of the hands, number 69, offense, laid down.
Remember why we said Conrad Dobler did not start the game? Crucial penalties. They got him right here. Cost him 3 points, or at least a chance at 3. I know McNamara's good, but he isn't automatic.
It is now 3rd down, and listen to this. 3rd and 30.
3rd and a bunch, huh?
You heard it right. 3rd and 30. And the shotgun. Ferguson will have to unload a bunch here. Oh! A 26-yard pickup. Frank Lewis, what a catch, and he was really hit.
I'll tell you, Frank Lewis could play this game, even at 34 years old. He got him the big pass catch the time before, except for holding. Now take a look at Frank again. 82, Frank Lewis. Pittsburgh Steelers might want to have him back every time they get Swan or Stallworth hurt. Great concentration.
Claiborne bumped him off the line, didn't work.
Now they got that field goal range back that they had lost on the penalty on Dobler.
Matt Robinson is on, as is Nick McNamara. McNamara has been perfect thus far today.
Got the wind with him.
Wind to his back. I said McNamara had been perfect. He is 2 for 3 today. Stand corrected.
Yeah, the wind got him going the other way.
Got him going the other way. From 38 yards out. And it got him again.
Ooh. He mishit that one. That didn't look very good coming off the foot.
And there you see the reaction of Nick McNamara. So Buffalo moved the ball downfield. Frank Lewis with a 26-yard catch on 3rd and 30, brought him into field goal range. And there you see the dejection on the face of Nick McNamara. Watch it here.
McNamara didn't like it, and no, he didn't hit it well. See how the ankle turned on the down foot? That doesn't usually happen with a sidewinder. Look at him. He knew it. He knew it as soon as he hit it. He missed it.
By the way, that 26-yard catch by Lewis, he is now over 1,000 yards for the year. 1,007 yards.
For all you older athletes out there, cheer on.
Vegas Ferguson, running room across the left side. I'll tell you something. He took Charlie Romes on and just leveled him. And that'll be the last play of the first half. We are finished. We have completed 30 minutes of play. Buffalo has a 13-7 lead, and Mike, it has really been a story of the Patriots simply coughing up the football as they have done so often.
Tony Collins put the ball on the ground twice, and they took care of him on that one touchdown by Hooks, and that's put the game out of really the Patriots' reach.
7-2.
What a difference a year makes. And another point too is New England hadn't been blown out all year, and 13-7 is not a blowout.
Joe Ferguson, coming into today's game, had been intercepted 8 times in the last 2 games. He has not thrown an interception yet. Look at this one. Coming up right when this one's over. We'll go to New York. Miami and the New York Jets, the battle for first place in the AFC East. If the Jets can win that one and Buffalo holds on and wins this one here, the Bills will be a half game behind both the Jets and the Miami Dolphins, who will be tied. McNamara puts his foot to it, drills a good one. It is Collins. Ken Johnson almost nailed him at the 22-yard line. Curtis Brown finally gets him down. Good return by Tony Collins, a 28-yard return to be exact. They'll spot the ball out near the 32-yard line.
You know, it's rare to have your starting running back returning kickoffs too, but I kind of like it, especially at the opening of the game. or the second half when you're receiving and going right onto offense, he might get his blood pumping, and the first play from scrimmage might be a 30-yard run instead of a 3-yard run.
First and 10, Patriots trail by 6. A little confusion in the backfield. It is Vegas Ferguson, who is nailed by the defensive end, 6'5", 250 pounds, Sherman White.
The running and passing game is a matter of timing. If you mess up the timing, the defense usually takes advantage.
There you look at big number 83. No gain on the play whatsoever. Second down and 10. Ken Toller has replaced Harold Jackson now. One wide receiver spot for the Patriots. Stanley Morgan, the other wide receiver. Don Hasselbeck, the tight end.
One of the things that Tom Hoffman, the PR director for New England, said, watch for the young guys slipping in the second half.
Cunningham, right over right tackle, picked up a couple. Offensive line for the Patriots remains unchanged at the start of the second half. Jordan, Kreider, Brock, Hanna, and Holloway. Running back Sam Cunningham, Vegas Ferguson. Now Andy Johnson is back in the game. Cunningham leaves. Third down and 6. 6 defensive backs now for the Buffalo Bills. The shotgun. Kavanaugh's got a man. It is Hasselbeck, and he is hit. He's out close to the first down, and I think he got it, Mike.
Old special teams players like me always knew when it was going to be a first down or fourth down and punt, because you had to go into the special teams. He made it. He made the first down, I guarantee. I would have put my parka back on.
Well, it was not a particularly artistic pass, but it got there just the same.
Take a look at this. Yes, from the isolation. A good job of decoying the defensive back. 42.
Steve Freeman is right there.
Rod Cush got decoyed by Hasselbeck. He did an excellent job.
Ferguson tries the right side, and he moves it out near the midfield stripe. Phil Villapiano is there.
Ferguson carry.
Boy, it's hard to believe he's been out of Bowling Green State University for 11 years.
Yes, Phil was still playing when I was playing, which was 10 years ago.
There's the man we're talking about, number 41. So his greatest days, unquestionably, with the Oakland Raiders.
Had a serious knee injury, Phil, that almost ended his career. But he's such a great competitor that he rehabilitated the knee, and now he's back and helping this Buffalo team.
Second and 5, Cunningham runs it into Bills territory to the 47-yard line. Simpson was there to smother him under.
Interesting that Vegas Ferguson's getting the second half call at running back. Collins put the ball on the ground twice.
Well, Ferguson can flat out get it done, Mike. He's averaging over 4 yards a carry. He has not seen the football an awful lot, though, this year since Sam Cunningham has been back, and Tony Collins is having an outstanding year.
You got a running back with over 700 yards at this point in the season. You got to play him until he plays himself out of the position, and he did that in the first half.
Well put. Third down, less than a yard. 4 down linemen now for the Buffalo Bills. It is Cunningham, and he's going to be awfully close. Rod Cush came up to shut it down from his strong safety position.
First down. That's what they paid Cunningham to do. Make those short. Remember at USC, that's where he got Sam Bam. He'd take off at about the 3-yard line and land somewhere up in the third row of the end zone seats.
He was incredible. He's a guy who played fullback at USC, a position that doesn't get a lot of notoriety at that university.
Yes, you've done a few specials in the Heisman Award. There are a few SC tailbacks that carried that one home.
And a fourth who was about to win it. Ferguson. And he's got 3 yards on the play. Talking about USC. And
what a Fiesta Bowl. Hello.
What a Fiesta Bowl.
A couple of pretty good running backs. Kurt Warner isn't too bad from Penn State. And, of course, you all saw Marcus Allen beat my alma mater yesterday. I had to mention that.
Yes, he did. And there you take a look at the bowl games. Penn State and USC, the Rose Bowl, Iowa and Washington. Okay, the Orange Bowl, Clemson and Nebraska.
Now, don't pass over Iowa. I was born in Waterloo.
I know, you were born in Waterloo. Second down and 8. Ball, 43-yard line. Again, Cunningham. He is into Buffalo's secondary. A first down at the 33-yard line. Bill Simpson has seen a lot of Sam Bam this afternoon.
And when defensive backs start making tackles in the backfield, you know they got a problem. There's a 10-yard gain by Sam Bam. And what a big drive this is for New England. They can be right back in the football game very shortly if the Bills let them in.
11-yard gain.
Buffalo leads at 13-7. 9:55 to play. New England took the second half kickoff. And this is the first drive of the second half. Cunningham again. This time he'll be lucky to gain a yard. Isaiah Robertson. That's a guy you don't want to run into too often in the course of a day.
You know, the 4 linebackers in the 3-4 setup are very important. They channel the running backs to one man. That
is Bob Kreider.
And Phil Villapiano today, they've been kind of channeling everything to Phil. It's the key for the inside linebacker to make the tackles. Look at that. Keep the people off. Try to keep them off Villapiano. And there he is right in the middle to stack it up.
Now, Bob Kreider was under that pile, and while they tend to him, we'll take a timeout. 9:30 to play in the third period.
How about Michelob Light for the winners? Sure. But we get mighty thirsty.
Would a bunch of guys really go at it this hard just for a beer? Well, consider it's Michelob Light, and that means a rich, smooth taste you can compare to any beer you like.
Those guys could have beaten the Russians today. You think they'd play us for a Michelob Light?
Michelob Light. Compare the taste. SDP, a big name in racing for nearly 20 years. SDP oil treatment on the track in some of the world's most expensive engines. Around the track, around the world, every day, tens of thousands of people get SDP oil treatment. Get it for your car. Satisfaction guaranteed. Around the track, around the world, SDP oil treatment is #1.
The stretch drive for playoff contention continues as Denver takes on San Diego, #1 and #2 in the AFC West. The surprising Bengals looking to rise from last place to a division title battle of rounds. And the New York Jets in a must-win against the Colts next Sunday.
Now there you get a look at Bob Kreider limping off the sidelines. Gary Petts, number 77, 9th year out of Valparaiso, is coming at right guard. Wide receivers, Morgan and Ken Toller. 2nd and 9. Ferguson. And I'll tell you, the New England Patriots are having a reasonable amount of success running the sweep patterns, Mike. Houston and New Orleans tied 10-all in the third period. Earl Campbell's got a touchdown in that one, a 1-yard run.
Homecoming for Bum Phillips. That's quite a game.
Isn't that something?
Sold out for about 2 weeks, I think.
I wonder who they're pulling for.
I know.
Louis is out in front of Baltimore, 14-10 in the second period.
Utility Bowl for Buffalo fans.
By the way, Curtis Dickey has a 36-yard touchdown run. Ferguson again. Oh.
Lucius Sanford, hello.
What a job Lucius Sanford did fighting off a block, an attempted block by Hasselbeck.
Look at this crowd. They love defense here.
Stanford on the top.
4th down and 4, and that will most certainly bring on John Smith to try and make this a 13-10 ball game. 8:11 to play in the third period. The wind will be coming right in Mr. Smith's face, and we've seen what field goals do with the wind coming right at you. They tend to sway and go all crazy.
I tell you, Buffalo's going to have it rough. We understand that Joe Cribbs won't be back because of those bad ribs today.
From the 43-yard line, he's got the distance. And he drilled it. That is one whale of a boot, considering this 18 to 20 mile an hour wind. 7:47 to play in the third period. It is now Buffalo 13, New England 10.
This is no way to treat a personal luxury car, but this is no ordinary personal luxury car. This is the new Dodge 400. The cockpit says personal luxury, but here's the difference. Front-wheel drive, rack and pinion steering, McPherson struts, electronically controlled engine, and another extraordinary difference, extraordinary mileage. Dodge 400 is no ordinary personal luxury car.
It's a personal driving machine.
Dodge 400, America's personal driving machine.
I've never seen one that large with such clarity.
My ring.
Actually, you're Sony.
Trinitron's unique one-gun, one-lens system gives you an extraordinary picture. Whether it's the world's largest color television or the world's smallest.
Is 100 billion big enough, gentlemen?
Incredibly small. That's why few things are more impressive.
Magnificent color.
Than the Emmy award-winning Trinitrons from Sony, the one and only.
Another look at the field goal attempt by Smith. And against that wind, he really had to lay the leg into it. You saw him. Now watch. Yes, Smith knows it's good.
And he just put his foot into it again. It is taken by Roland Hooks at the 12. And he is caught and grabbed hold of there by Bob Golick.
Golick on the down. Return for Buffalo.
Well, you know what's amazing to me is how players can play special teams as consistently as a lot of them do, and more of them aren't injured.
Let me tell you about this hammer hanging over your head. If you don't perform on special teams, you must stay healthy to play.
Mike Adamle and Dave Rowe are having a good one in Kansas City. Seattle and the Chiefs 6-all in the second period.
I tell you, San Diego made believers out of me that Seattle had something. That surprised me.
First and 10. The give is to Roosevelt Leaks, and he'll get about a half a yard. Mike Hawkins is there, as is Rick Sanford.
I'm proud of the Patriots. They came out in the second half, went down, got points. The defense is now fired up. They haven't quit. And it's real easy to quit, Phil, when you're 2-9 and it's cold.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You have to hand it to him. You talked with Matt Cavanaugh in the pregame today, and he said right now, we're playing for pride. We got nothing else. We're playing for our pride.
And they have a long-standing rivalry with Buffalo, too. They'd like nothing better than knock them out of the playoff.
Ferguson, 8 for 18 today. Second and 10 out of the eye. A little draw play to Leaks. Pardon me, it is Hooks. And he gained about 5 yards on the play. And the guy who we didn't expect to see a whole lot of today did a heck of a job.
Watch 69, Conrad Dobler. They know he's a great pass blocker. And he goes right down at the key man, Steve Nelson, who makes all the tackles in that 3-4. And he cleared it out. And Hooks was a little upset. He couldn't have got more yardage.
Third down and 3. This is a big play for Buffalo. They only lead by 3 from the shotgun. Ferguson for Leaks. Pardon me, it is Hooks again. And it is knocked away. The man tipping it was Rod Schoten. Nice bit of work by the outside linebacker on the right side.
Schoten plays the pass well. Also, I think was tipped at the line, too, Phil.
Rod Schoten. You think he's fired up?
Yes, he is. He's got... Those veterans have got to keep the youngsters on New England fired up. Again, I pointed out they could quit on them real easy.
Temperature still hovering in the low 30s. The snow flurries have stopped. Greg Cater is set to kick it away. He'll have the wind at his back. No rush at all. Oh, this is a beauty. Kicks it away from Morgan. And it takes a New England pass. Doesn't go anywhere. Hits at the 29 and absolutely spirals dead at the 29.
I'd like to do that with my 9-iron every once in a while.
I would too. 34-yard punt, no return. When we come back, New England will have the football at the 30-yard line.
Recently, a few extraordinary wines were entered in a prestigious international competition. Wines made from costly varietal grapes, harvested in some of the world's finest growing regions. An oak-aged Chardonnay, a deep, full-flavored Burgundy, a light, dry Chenin Blanc, a varietal Rosé, a spicy Gewürztraminer. And each of these wines, all from a single winemaker, was judged to be among the best of the world.
Silver medal, gold medal, silver, gold, gold medal.
The wines, all from America, all from California, and all from the wine cellars of America's premier vintners, Ernest and Julio Gallo. The award-winning wines of Ernest and Julio Gallo.
Sophisticated racing machines burn up the track at breakneck speeds of over 200 miles per hour. Don't miss the quickest quarter mile ever in NHRA drag racing. Then, a special encore performance of the World Pro Figure Skating Championship next Saturday on NBC Sports World.
6:05 to play. It is 13-10 Buffalo, third quarter. New England has the football for the second time in the second half. They got the field goal the first time they had their hands on the football. Wide receiver Morgan and Jackson split out same side. The give goes right up the gut. It is Sam Cunningham. Fred Smirlis, the nose tackle, moves off the block of Pete Brock to bring him down. We pause briefly for station identification. This is the NBC Television Network.
WBZ TV, Channel 4, Boston.
Bill Stone and Mike Hafner at Rich Stadium in Buffalo. And we have had a very, very interesting ball game. New England scored first on that old halfback pass. Collins to Morgan. Fools him every time. 2nd and 7. Ball, 32-yard line. Vegas Ferguson tries to dive out across the 35. Gets a couple. Right now, let's leave Rich Stadium in New York for just a moment. Byron Day, Studio 6A in New York. Byron?
Okay, Phil, thanks. In Cleveland, the Steelers are back on the board once again. Franco Harris carrying in from 2 yards out, but Dave Trout has just missed his third extra point of the day. So the Steelers are ahead 18-10 in the third. Phil?
Now that's an interesting development there.
That might be an NFL record. 3 straight extra points missed.
Isn't that something? Buffalo Bills now employing 6 defensive backs. Lone running back is Andy Johnson, as Matt Cavanaugh will go from the shotgun. It is Hasselbeck. A missed tackle. He's still on his feet. Look at this run. To the 35-yard line. Don Hasselbeck. Rufus Best finally shoves him out of bounds. A 30-yard pickup for the tight end.
I watched this young man at his career at Colorado. I talked to him today, and the Colorado Buffaloes finally won a football game. They got 3 anyway. And he is just enjoying himself this year, and I don't blame him. After you play behind all-world Russ Francis for his number of years he has. Now, what a great season. And he's almost over 20 yards of reception for a tight end. That's amazing.
He has been incredible. Coming into this game, 37 catches for over 700 yards. And they wondered if they would miss Russ Francis's downfield speed.
No.
Fine. 1st and 10. Give near side. It is Vegas Ferguson. And he rips off 11 more. Charles Romes brings him down. And what is happening to the Patriots?
Well, I'll tell you, Lou Picone's not in there, so those Lou's are boos. They're getting on that Buffalo defense. And New England has come out just inspired in this second half.
Pickup of 9. By the way, Bob Kreider has come back into the ball game. He limped off with an injured knee. He is back in. He's number 75. New Orleans over Houston. That game in the Astrodome, as Mike mentioned, Bum Phillips has returned. Head coach of the Saints. He's got to be loving it. Cunningham across the left side, and a little bit of dipsy doodle in there. Moves ahead about 4 yards. The Patriots have rushed already today for 86 yards. They're averaging 135 yards, 10th best in the National Football League.
The Buffalo defense now says, hold them to a field goal. Do not give them a touchdown, because they've got to turn the momentum here very quickly, or a 2-9 team will really get fired up and take advantage of you.
Now, Buffalo certainly had that momentum going into the locker room at halftime. But with 4 minutes to play in the third period, it has been the Patriots in the second half. Cunningham across the right side. And he's down near the 17-yard line. Jimmy Haslett moves in to bring him down.
I've got a feeling that Sam Cunningham finally got his rhythm back after a sporadic season, missing practice.
Look at the size of this guy.
Oh, yeah, he's gorgeous. And to make the kind of moves he does, did you see that little juke in the line that got him 4 or 5 extra yards?
Now the Patriots on a 4-game losing streak. They're 0-5 on the road this year. And if you want to go back to 1980, they've lost 8 out of 9.
Tough to play on the road anywhere in the NFL. That's the Broncos. They're getting hammered today by Cincinnati in Cincinnati.
3rd and 2. Vegas Ferguson. He'll be stopped short. Rod Cush was there. Bill Simpson was over there.
Boos turned to cheers from the fans. They were booing him a minute ago. Well, they did exactly what they had to do. Hold them to at least a field goal attempt.
John Smith has come on to try and tie this game up. This will be put down. Officially a 35-yard attempt from the 25-yard line.
And the wind just comes up. I bet he didn't like that.
It did. You are absolutely right. The wind has just kicked up. A high snap. And it's blocked. It is recovered by the Buffalo Bills. Rob Riddick is there.
Phil, when a field goal kicker tries to get extra distance, he tends to kick it low. Guess what happens? They tried to get it because that wind came up, got it blocked. Let's take a look. You can see when they muscle up, the kickers. They tend to take a little extra jump at it. And when you try to kick it hard, if you're a sidewinder, it goes low. But look at the penetration by Cush, 42. He was standing almost next to the holder.
Al Cush is credited with the block. And we'll be back in just a moment.
Dear Atari Anonymous, ever since my husband Luno returned from Earth with Asteroids, the new Atari home video game, he and the rest of the family do nothing but play Asteroids. Luno says Asteroids is good practice for his interplanetary life.
Bitty bitty, bitty bitty.
Tell me, dear Atari Anonymous, with everybody hooked on Asteroids, what on earth is a poor Martian mother to do?
New Atari Asteroids, now available for your home.
The new generation of Dodge Rams made an X Forward owner out of me, and now Dodge has come up with this new Ram Miser. Beautiful inside and out. And Ram Miser gives Dodge the biggest increase in gasoline mileage of all full-size pickups. Hard to believe it's America's lowest priced pickup. Equipped, not stripped.
Dodge trucks are Ram tough.
Get $300 to $1,000 cash on select new Dodge cars and trucks. See participating dealers for complete details.
There you take a look at John Smith. He put that jacket on in a hurry. Don't want anybody to know who he is. First and 10. Pitch far side. Leaks. Now turns it up. And he rambles out for about 5 yards. Bob Golick and Julie Adams there on the stop. Well, that block field goal, Mike, could be a big, big play in this game.
The momentum turned back to Buffalo with that block. Definitely did. And we said right before it that they needed to turn the momentum. And nothing better than a block kick to do it. Again, I want to point out, Smith caught that gust of wind in his face, so he tried to muscle up. It's kind of like when you're on the first tee at the golf course, and you try to hit one, all the way through the clubhouse, and it dribbles 4 or 5 inches.
Near side is rolling hooks, and he's going to lose a couple. He's brought down back near the 21-yard line. Rolled out there by Steve Nelson and Mike Hawkins. Minute 52 seconds to play in the third period. Don't forget, second half of today's doubleheader, the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. We've talked about it the entire afternoon, but that is going to be one whale of a football game.
When you're battling for first place in the National Football League division at this point of the season, you tend to really get some exciting football, and when you're playing for first place, it even gets better.
Now, if Buffalo can hold on and win, and if the Jets can beat Miami, the Bills now suddenly find themselves with a 7-5 record, only a half game out of the division lead. But only one home game left for Buffalo.
Except it's cold up here. They go to a lot of warm weather cities.
3rd and 5. Crossing pattern. He has got Jerry Butler for a first down.
Caught New England in the blitz that time. Linebacker was out of the way. Underneath, Butler's wide open one-on-one. And with his speed, he's going to pick up 10, 12 yards, and he got 12 that time. Take a look. Here comes the blitz. And when you get that underneath coverage out of the way, you can throw those all day.
That's got to be an awfully, awfully tough decision to make if you're a defensive back, which way that man's going to cut. When he comes right at you, is he going to cut to the outside? Is he going to cut across the middle?
What you do is you think about 80 yards and a touchdown, so you give him a lot of room.
First and 10, the ball at the 35-yard line. The snow has started to fall again. Rolling hooks through the right side. And he is hammered there by Bob Golick.
Hooks carry.
New England, to turn the momentum back to them, has got to keep them on the other side of the 50-yard line. In other words, in Buffalo territory. Right now, Buffalo's, again, got the momentum after that block kick.
Well, I've got to feel, Mike, Buffalo would be a lot better off if they could get down the field before this period ends in 39 seconds to get something on the board. They have the wind at their back this period and have done nothing.
That's absolutely right, Phil.
Leaks, left side. He's trying to outrun Bob Golick. No way. Roland James was there, Bob Golick was there, and Tim Fox came in to put the hammer to him.
Fox came in and cleaned up, and with a guy the size of Roosevelt Leaks, you better have the third guy in there to stop him, or else he goes all the way for the first down.
Roosevelt Leaks very, very slow getting up. Now he's back up. Roosevelt Leaks, 7th year out of Texas. Boy, I remember when he played for the Longhorns.
So do I. Those thighs were just that big, too, when he was playing in college.
So, the third quarter has come to an end. The score, Buffalo 13, New England 7. We'll be back in just a moment.
Curious about what makes things tick? What's new under the sun? Or in your own backyard, watch Evening Magazine. Because when it comes to facts, families...
The Buffalo Bills faced with a third down situation now. It is 3rd and 3, and there you see some of the sentiment here at Rich Stadium. Let's get excited about this game.
I like the underneath patterns to Butler. We've seen him both times, or to Lewis, one or the other. You only need 3 yards. Make sure you can complete the pass.
Out of the shotgun. Ferguson. Oh, did you call that one? Did you call that one, Mr. Hafner?
New England must have heard me, too, because they had him double covered.
I saw Chuck Knox looking up here going,
Don't say that, Mike.
Say that? Well, they had double coverage there on him. It was a pass he really tried to drill in there.
Yeah, in that situation, and they'd done it before. Earlier, Butler got him the first down on that quick underneath pass, and they didn't fool New England, and they did that important thing, Phil. They kept him on the other side of the field. The minus territory, as we used to call it.
Now the snow is beginning to come down. You probably can't see it at home. Now you can on that tight shot there. As Greg Cater is set to boot it away on 4th and 3. Against the wind. Not a bad kick. Tries to get it out of bounds and does so right near the 20-yard line. Stanley Jackson just watches it. Stanley Morgan just watches it go. So New England has the football. They trail by 3. The wind is at their back. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hey, Michelob Light for the winning team, okay? You guys would do that for us?
Would a bunch of guys really go at it this hard just for a beer? Well, consider it's Michelob Light, and that means a rich, smooth taste you can compare to any beer you like.
You guys never played like that before. Hey, we never played for a Michelob Light before.
Michelob Light. Compare the taste.
United announces great low prices on complete Hawaii vacation packages. Prices that bring Hawaii closer from the East Coast, closer from the Midwest, closer from every city United serves. United, once-in-a-lifetime prices for a once-in-a-lifetime vacation.
14 minutes, 48 seconds to play here at Rich Stadium in Buffalo. Phil Stone and Mike Hafner. The Patriots trail the Buffalo Bills by 3. It is 13-10. The give to Vegas Ferguson. He's out near the 25-yard line. Lucius Sanford is there to roll him under. Don't forget the next game following us. The New York Jets hosting the Miami Dolphins. Speaking of the Jets, Joe Klecko. You want to talk? You want to talk dumb?
Yes, and wind. Last week when they played the Patriots, he won the toss, but he wanted to win. So he picked a goal. Not only did he not get the win, but he didn't get to kick off. And it might top Abner Haynes when he won the toss and took the kickoff instead of the ball in overtime.
2nd and 8. Nice slip. Cunningham is down. He'll gain maybe a yard, possibly 2.
Patriots playing it awful close to their vest. Now, last quarter, Buffalo had 1 first down with a win behind them.
Very poor quarter.
Not good play calling. And I don't like it here. I'd like to have seen them come out play action pass on 1st or 2nd down, and they ran the ball twice. Of course, they had been successful, but I'm sure Buffalo also knew they were successful and wanted to shut the run down. Now they've got to throw it, and Buffalo knows it.
3 wide receivers. The Bills counter with 6 defensive backs. Call it the dime from the shotgun. Matt Cavanaugh. He's going. Look at this, wide open. Toller, he overthrows him. Ken Toller was open by 4 or 5 yards, Mike.
Very, very tough throw for Cavanaugh. I know he was open, Phil. I would much rather have seen them go for a first down type pass, though they only needed 7 yards. And it's tough. With this wind, it's very difficult to throw a long pass and hit him right on the button. I like the button hook over the middle for 8 or 9 yards and a first down instead of the sideline route.
Rich Camarillo is on to kick it away with the wind at his back. The snow now starts to come. Oh, does he boom this one? Look at this. Roland Hooks will not touch it.
What a break. Look at Camarillo. He loves it.
Wow. A 68-yard punt. It is not his longest. He boomed one 75 yards earlier. Oh, we'll be back.
Introducing the 82 Dodge Aries K, America's highest mileage 6-passenger driving machine, with even better mileage than last year. Front-wheel drive and improved suspension for better performance than last year. But the most incredible news for 82 is what isn't new, the base model price. Still America's lowest priced, highest mileage 6-passenger front-wheel drive car, the 82 Dodge Aries K Coupe, America's driving machine. And on other select new Dodge cars and trucks, get $300 to $1,000 cash. See participating dealers for complete details.
We're Exxon. We're Jay Stone and Joe Mifsud, who designed a better machine to help find oil and gas. We're Harry Bennett, using it to send vibrations miles into the earth that bounce back to reveal where energy may be hiding. We're Brian Olivier, recording this seismic information so that we can choose the best place to drill. We're more than 100,000 people working on energy. We're Exxon.
Tuesday, a retarded girl races to save the orphanage.
I'm gonna win.
Father Murphy. Then a powerful stranger uses Sam's ex-wife on Flamingo Road.
Look at those rosy cheeks. It is 30 degrees here, and you can see some of the snow coming down. Fourth quarter, 13 minutes, 20 seconds to go in this ball game. Buffalo has the lead. They are going right into the eye of the wind.
And no Joe Cribbs. That hurts down here, Phil.
Exactly. And the man replacing him has the football right there, Roland Hooks. John Lee is there to bring him down. Take a look at some scores around the league. Look at this. Tampa Bay is burying Bart Starr's Packers. I'd say it's sayonara, Bart Starr.
Going to be a lot of coaching openings in the NFL this season.
Kansas City really started to step it out now over the Seattle Seahawks. Score now 20-6.
They'll be tied with Denver for first if Cincinnati keeps hammering Denver. It was 28-7 the last time we saw that one.
And you can bet San Diego is looking at that score very, very closely. The Chargers about to play the Oakland Raiders in a few moments on the West Coast. 2nd and 9 against the wind. Ferguson puts it up for Hooks. Oh, great defense by the Patriots. Where has that defense been all year? Timmy Fox was there.
That was a great play by Fox. He saved it because Hooks was wide open.
And it looked like that pass might have floated a little bit against the wind, Mike.
Yep, the wind caught that one and hung it up long enough for Fox. Look at where he starts. He's 20 yards away before, and then he gets over there to break it up. That Patriot Pats defense has been there for most of the year. The problem is they couldn't stop the running game. And with Joe Cribbs out now, what an advantage for the New England Patriots. They know they haven't got the big run threat.
3 wide receivers now for Buffalo as Ferguson simply has to put it in the air. 3rd and 9. All wide open. A blown coverage there. Frank Lewis has the ball at the 32. And a big first down for Buffalo.
There shows the Patriots' problem all year. No pressure on the quarterback, and when you've got him backed up against the end zone, Phil, you've got to pressure him, or else you let receivers like Frank Lewis run free for 4 or 5 seconds, and he's eventually going to get open. Busted coverage or not, 23 yards by the AFC's leading yardage receiver. I'd cover him with 3 or 4 guys in a situation like that.
I hear you. Frank Lewis is now split to the bottom of your screen. Jerry Butler goes wide right. The give is to Roosevelt Leaks. And he is brought down after a pickup of about 3. John Lee and Bob Golick is there. That was a very, very big 3rd down play because had they had to kick the ball, you're talking into the wind, and now you're talking the Patriots with excellent field position.
Yep, and all they need is a field goal to keep this thing going on for hours and hours.
Please. 12 minutes to play. The clock is running. 2nd down and 7. And you wonder if this snow continues to fall, if it might have some effect on the footing out there.
And you know who loses? The defensive backs.
Yep.
Because the offensive receiver knows where he's going. The defensive guy's got to make the quick cut.
He's guessing. Second man through. It is Hooks. And he is still on his feet. Roland Hooks, pardon me. 16-yard pickup. He's finally chased out of bounds by Rick Sanford.
And Hooks always seems to come up and get with the big play against the New England Patriots. Great move. Lower body strength keeps him on his feet. Patriots got to tackle somebody.
First and 10 at midfield. Rob Riddick is now into the ball game. He's number 40. And the give is to Leaks. He's to the 47-yard line.
Now the field position has changed in favor of the Buffalo Bills. Even if they have to punt now, they're a lot safer than they would have been from that end zone, as you pointed out, Phil.
Oh, that was a big play on 3rd and 9 at their own 12-yard line.
You know, and everybody in the stadium knew who they were going to. The big guy in the crucial situations. Frank Lewis has done it all year.
It looked like Claiborne and Roland James on that play simply got crossed up in the defensive backfield for New England.
They definitely blew the coverage.
Second down, 7 yards to go. Second man through is Hooks. And he penetrates the secondary of the Patriots. And he's down near the 41-yard line. It'll be 3rd and very short. Joe Devlin and Conrad Dobler did a great job of blowing out the right side. And here comes Dobler limping off the field.
Well, Richard's been in there today, so it's not like a new guy's coming in.
There you see Dobler coming off under his own power. Jim Richard is back in. 2 tight ends now for Buffalo. Jerry Butler has come out. Buster Barnett and Mark Bramer are the 2 that remain. From the I formation. Hooks. And he's not going to get it. He will not get it.
How do the Patriots keep coming back? They reach for that extra 5%, and usually a team that's 2-9 doesn't reach for that extra effort. But they've done it every time today.
Now they're playing with a lot of heart this time in the season. As you say, you're down 2-9. You've got nothing to look forward to other than Christmas.
That's about it, too. Christmas is a little vacation in the sun somewhere. I'm proud of them today. They played pretty gutty football.
Greg Cater is set to kick it away, number 7, averaging about 42 yards a kick. In motion. Now he's going to set up on the near side is Rufus Bess. They're going to take all the time in the world. 7 seconds, 6 seconds left on the 30-second clock.
They don't want to get this blocked, Bill.
Stanley Morgan is the only man back. And he gets a good kickoff. Fair catch for Morgan at the 11-yard line. That's where the New England Patriots will take over after that 33-yard punt. 9:09 to play. When we come back, Buffalo leads by 3.
This Bud's for all the guys who keep the action from getting out of hand.
This Bud's for you. For all you do, the king of beers is coming through.
Yeah, just for you, that distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
For all you do.
This Bud's for you.
Oh, a once-in-a-lifetime play. But I've got an instant replay forever on my RCA convertible video recorder. It's really 2 VCRs in one. It records my TV favorites, and it converts to a portable home movie outfit. So I can record Moose's big plays, too. The RCA convertible. 2 VCRs are better than one.
No one gives you more VCR than RCA.
Join host Dick Enberg and Merlin Olsen for a Thanksgiving Day spectacular. It's the Battle of the Running Backs as powerhouse Billy Sims and the hungry Detroit Lions take on speedster Joe Delaney and the Kansas City Chiefs. Turkey and NFL football Thursday on NBC.
There you see it. Rich Stadium in Buffalo. It is 13-10. The Bills over the Patriots. New England has the football, and they have the win as this crowd in Buffalo exhorts their defensive unit to hold them. Vegas Ferguson, a big gain, a pickup of almost 10.
That gives them some room, Phil. That helped. That's the one thing Buffalo didn't want to do, was give up big yardage on first down on a running play. Pass, you can forgive.
Well, you know, an interesting question is, where's Tony Collins? Vegas Ferguson has been in the last several series. He has not played.
Ron Earhart's like all coaches. You put it on the ground for me, son, you're going to be picking fine, as he said. Curtis Brown is sitting on the bench for Buffalo. We haven't seen him all day. He put it on the ground twice.
Cunningham, and look at him run. Villapiano is there, as is Jimmy Haslett. Well, this is a very, very important game for Buffalo to hold on to, because the game that is following this one, the Jets and the Miami Dolphins, the battle for first place in the AFC East. We've talked about it all afternoon long. But Buffalo with a 7-5 record, if they can hold on, and if the Jets, as you can see, can beat Miami, they will have identical records, tied for the lead, and the Bills will be only a half game out.
Can you imagine the Bills losing this football game? They kicked themselves watching that second half of the doubleheader today.
Now the Patriots not only play for pride, but they can sure play a spoiler role. The give is right up the middle again. It is Vegas Ferguson. Phil Villapiano is on the stop. Pickup of about a yard, possibly 2. They'll give him 2.
The experts talk about first down and how important it is, how many yards you pick up. You see, with a 1-yard gain, you have now given up all surprise of a play-action pass. I mean, it's not going to fool me if they fake to the running back and throw a pass now. If you don't gain that yardage on first down, you lose the play-action pass edge that you get.
Second down and 8, the ball at the 28. Straight drop back for Matt Cavanaugh. All the time in the world. Now he'll run out of it. Oh, he was looking for a block by Vegas Ferguson. He was hoping he'd get a block, and he did not. If Ferguson would have thrown it on Jimmy Haslett, no telling how long Matt Cavanaugh might have been running.
I think Ferguson got in a sweat. He didn't know whether he wanted him to block him or wanted him to run down for a pass. And a guy named Curtis Dickey got in a little trouble a couple of weeks ago with Burt Jones for not doing what he told him to do.
That one's still going on.
Oh, yes. But you saw right there, Matt Cavanaugh, he was telling Ferguson to either block or go out for pass, and Ferguson sitting there going, what do I do? And did nothing.
He did nothing. Spectators belong in the stands, I think.
Yes, big down now.
Big play. The shotgun. 3 wide receivers. 5 defensive backs now for Buffalo. Cavanaugh. He's going for it. And he's got a man. It is Morgan. It is tipped away.
Great play.
Pardon me, it was Harold Jackson. Charlie Romes was right there. I'll tell you, that might have saved it for Buffalo.
This is the save of the day right here. Harold Jackson, with all his experience and speed, he's gone. That is right on the button, and Romes dives through the air, stretches out, no feet on the ground when he tipped that one away. Because if Harold Jackson catches it, this game is 17-13.
It is now 4th down and 8. Camarillo will try it again. He had a 68-yarder. He's got another good one. But Hooks will have a return. Now look at the wind carrier. Can you believe it?
That was over 70 yards, Phil.
72 yards for Camarillo. I want to see this man's average when we come back. 6:50 to play in this ball game. 13-10 Buffalo.
Bell System knowledge brings you a way to save energy by using your building's existing telephone lines. Save up to 20% of the cost of heating, cooling, lighting, while improving your communications capabilities. Energy and communications managed by a single system from Bell.
What's a nice new personal car doing out here? This is the new Dodge 400. The cockpit says personal luxury, but here's the difference. Front-wheel drive, rack and pinion steering, McPherson struts, electronically controlled engine, and another extraordinary difference, extraordinary mileage. Dodge 400 is no ordinary personal luxury car.
It's a personal driving machine.
I want a driving machine.
Dodge 400, America's personal driving machine.
6 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in this ball game. It is cold in Buffalo. Snow flurries on and off all day long. By the way, Rich Camarillo 72-yard punt. He's now averaging over 50 yards a kick today, and he had a 29-yarder.
Can you imagine you throw that one out, he might be averaging 60.
Near side, Frank Lewis, and he's banged out of bounds there by Roland James.
That's the kind of pass you give up to Frank Lewis. Not first down yardage. Don't let them get deep, and keep them on the other side of the 50-yard line, in minus territory. You want to make Buffalo punt into that wind from their side of the 50. Because New England only needs a field goal to tie this one up.
Second down, 4 yards to go. The clock is running, 6:18, 6:17. Andy Johnson has thrown a touchdown pass earlier in this ball game. 2 tight ends now for Buffalo. The give right through the right side. It is Roosevelt Leaks. And he has a first down. Bob Costas and Gene Washington are in Cincinnati, where the Bengals are way out in front of the AFC Western Division leaders, the Denver Broncos. 31-7 Bengals. In Chicago, it is Detroit over the Chicago Bears, 16-7. And at Tampa Bay, the Buccaneers are adding to Bart Starr's headaches, 30-3 Bucks. First and 10 at the 32, tight ends now for the Bills. It is Leaks again. And he tries to get over another guy. He cannot hurdle over. It was Keith Lee. And he's out here, another first down. They're going to get a penalty flag down at the 29-yard line. Pickup was for 9. I think it's going to be against Buffalo.
Personal foul. New England. Uh-oh. There's that roof caving in on that New England club. That one really hurts. Puts them in plus territory, Phil. Over the 50-yard line. Now they won't get field position even if they stop it.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Number 57. First down.
Steve Nelson.
Frustration, Phil?
It's unusual for Steve Nelson.
Yeah, he's been one of the great ones in this league.
I'll tell you, those personal fouls are costing a few players around the league, and I think it's good. I think it's good they're cracking down on it.
15 yards keeps you from hurting those guys. That's their living.
So Sam Rutigliano says, any boy on my club commit a personal foul, it's going to cost him $1,000.
He was my coach in Denver.
Leaks through the right side. He'll pick up a couple of yards.
What a day Roosevelt's having. His best day as a pro. Gets a start. As Curtis Brown fumbled a couple of times last week in the shutout by St. Louis. It's one thing a running back can't do. You can make a lot of mistakes, but don't put it on the ground or the coach will have you out of it.
Look at those stats. Curtis, let's say Roosevelt Leaks with 93 yards today. As you see, time starting to become a factor now for the Patriots. They need the football, and more importantly, they need to sustain some kind of a drive if they want to get back in this game. 13-10 is the score. Buffalo leads it. They have the football. They are moving against the wind. Ferguson, sideline pattern. He has got Butler. And he's out near a first down. He has a first down. A big first down for the Bills.
One of the things that they want to do is keep the clock running. Lost Jerry Butler. No, I'm not going out of bounds. There's no way. That clock's going to keep going. He did a good job to keep it running.
4 minutes, 25 seconds to play. First and 10, Buffalo. Wide to the right goes Frank Lewis. Jerry Butler comes to the left side. Ferguson, 12 of 25 today. Upman goes down. Roland Hooks goes down. Steve Nelson and Rod Schote were right there.
Best day Roosevelt Leaks has had as a pro, 78 yards. Got 20 more than that this whole career.
That's so amazing. We've talked about it so many times. 4 minutes, 3 seconds to play, the clock running. How a great collegiate player can come into the pros, Mike, and not necessarily be that good.
You know, one of the problems with Leaks when he came in, he wasn't a very good pass receiver. Last year, I saw the Miami game here. He got a touchdown pass and won the game.
He's only caught one this year.
That's right.
2nd and 11. Ferguson will put it up. Leaks. Pardon me, that is his first catch this year. He was thrown to once before, and he didn't catch it. We are in the 12th week of the NFL season, and Mr. Leaks has his first reception of the year.
How appropriate that he throws to him right after we talked about it.
Figure that's good for at least stopping the game and giving him the ball.
Of course. I'm sure he's happy today.
3rd down and 6. Another big play here for the Patriots. The Bills penetrate much deeper. Now you're talking field goal.
They got that wind, though. They need some more distance.
For this, the Steelers over Cleveland, 25-10. Up in Cleveland, where the wind chill factor is 10 degrees.
Cleveland might kiss the playoffs goodbye if they lose that one.
On 3rd and 6, Ferguson. Pacone, it is knocked away. A great defensive effort by Rick Sanford.
Sanford kept this a football game. He catches that one, it might be all over, Phil.
And now what do? Do you go for it? I think you go for it. You can't kick a field goal with the wind coming right into your face.
Wind blows it back at you, plus could get blocked. Then you really give them field position.
That's a good point.
Why not give them the ball right where it is if you don't make the first down? It's a smart play.
Now the Buffalo Bills are going to call a timeout and talk about it. Ferguson is on the near sideline. 2 minutes, 51 seconds to play. The score, Buffalo 13, the New England Patriots 10. We'll be back in just a moment.
Radio Shack makes Christmas dreams come true.
Oh, I love the frog.
Cuddly animals with a radio inside.
Maybe Santa will bring it.
Dependable portable radios. A Pekingese and raccoon. A frog and a lovable floppy dog. And a cuddly cat or a cute brown spaniel. Furry friends in a musical menagerie that'll delight your kids or teens alike.
Daddy, Santa brought my frog from Radio Shack.
Only at Radio Shack, your Christmas electronics store.
Michelob brings you the 7-day weekend. Good eating style. Special of the week for gourmet's delight. Here's how to add a little weekend flavor to any dish. Served with generous portions of Michelob. Because that smooth and mellow taste helps make any time feel a little like a weekend.
Put a little weekend in your week.
Yeah.
Now there's an interesting shot for you. Chuck Knox and Ron Earhart. Both men have experienced much better seasons than they're having this year.
Earhart's got to be going nuts. He's got a 2-9 team. He's only losing by 3. He's been like this all season. It's all been close. But all lost.
Act all year long. You're right.
Yeah.
Pacone in motion on 4th down and 7 from the shotgun. He wants Hooks. And he overthrows him. And oh, does Hooks take a shot from Timmy Fox? And Fox pulls him right back up. That's the beauty of this sport.
Ah, yes. Beat him up during the game and have dinner with him afterwards. This surprises me a little bit with Joe. He throws it downfield where he can get picked up. Didn't go for the first down yardage. Almost really gave up the ball at the 29-yard line and said, we dare you, New England, to get in field goal position, and that's what we're faced with.
Well, there's plenty of time left.
Oh,
you had a guy like Matt Cavanaugh who could throw, and Andy Johnson.
And
Andy Johnson's in the ball game. Andy Johnson is in the ball game. He's already thrown 1 touchdown pass. Cavanaugh, he's going for it all. And his defender fell down. Stanley Morgan. Do you believe your eyes?
Just what you don't want to happen.
66 yards, Morgan. He was being pursued by Mario Clark, and Clark simply lost his footing. We talked about the snow falling on this turf a few minutes ago.
It gets deep, just deep enough to make it slippery. There go his feet. And Cavanaugh threw what we call a hope pass. You throw it up and hope the right color jersey catches it, and the wrong color fell down, and the right one did.
Wow. He threw a prayer, and it was answered. We are at the 2-minute warning. We are in for one tremendous finish. And now here comes another one of those fantastic finishes.
Alcoa presents Fantastic Finishes. 1970, Tom Dempsey will try to do the impossible, kick a 63-yard field goal. Joe Scarpati gets the ball down. Dempsey caught it solid, and it's good. Tom Dempsey has just kicked a 63-yard field goal. With no time left on the clock, the Saints beat the Lions 19-17.
We're gonna keep moving on today. We can't afford to hesitate. Come on along, participate. Conserving energy every day. Alcoa and aluminum know the way. We can't wait. We're doing it now. We can't wait. We'll show you how. Alcoa can't wait.
We can't wait for tomorrow.
We talked about the flurries all day, and it's built up just enough on the AstroTurf now to make the footing a little bit treacherous. And right there, that could have cost a football game for the Buffalo Bills.
Look at that statistic. Great catches, 141 yards and a touchdown.
Just hold on to the football, they're saying here.
Play action. Oh, he's got Hasselbeck.
Oh, he fooled him, Phil. That stunned this crowd. It's quiet here.
Don Hasselbeck's 5th touchdown reception of the year. And I'll tell you, Ronnie Earhart on the far sideline has to be one jubilant human being.
There's no doubt about that.
Wide open. There's no question they were not looking for a pass in that situation.
I sat right here and said they got to hold on to the ball, because the most important thing is at least to get a 13-13 tie and hope to win in overtime. And the defense for Buffalo was thinking the same thing, and Hasselbeck wasn't anybody for 15 yards.
An important extra point. This would force, high snap. It's down. John Smith follows through with it, and he's got it. Good job getting that ball down. So that gives New England a 4-point bulge. This has been a sensational ball game.
You wouldn't expect it from a 2-9 team, but we warned everybody. This is a better club than 2-9, the New England Patriots. Joe Ferguson runs a 2-minute drill pretty well. This one isn't over by a long shot.
There you see this one, 17-13, a minute 56 to play. Don't forget, this evening on NBC, following the great football action you're seeing now, Bob Hope's NFL comedy special. What a lineup of stars. Elizabeth Taylor, Olivia Newton-John, Susan Anton, O.J., Roger Staubach, Dick Butkus, and George Allen. Footballs and laughs with old Ski-Nose himself, Bob Hope, tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern time, right here on NBC.
Better hold on to your sides for those 2 hours, because they'll have you rolling on the floor.
By the way, don't forget that ball game when we're done here. The Jets in Miami, word is Richard Todd will start for the Jets despite his injuries. Boy, does Smith drill this one. And Riddick's going to bring it out. Ooh. He has grabbed hold of at the 18-yard line and pounded down there. Osi Tatuku, I think, was at the bottom of that pile. He's a little guy you don't want to run into. I say little in height only.
Yeah, he's as broad as he is tall.
Just about is.
Well, we'll probably see shotgun all the way now.
Rob Riddick has gone into the game, and now he's coming out of the game.
Again, the loss of Ron Jesse really hurt the offense, especially in the shotgun situation. He was the third receiver.
Ferguson on 1st and 10. Little out pattern to Byron Franklin, and he cannot hold on. Byron Franklin, a rookie out of Auburn. He and Joe Cribbs played together for a year.
And you mentioned a name that Buffalo is hurting for right now. They would have loved to see Joe in this second half, and he hasn't been there to help them.
That's right. They lost Joe Cribbs in the first period on a rib injury. He took a real good shot over the middle, fumbled the football, and either bruised or cracked a rib. We are not sure yet. He is definitely out with ribs.
There are no running backs in there, Phil. That's all receivers.
On 2nd and 10, Ferguson. An out pattern, and he's got a man. It is Frank Lewis, and he's got it. No, he doesn't. They're saying he dropped the football. Rick Sanford was right there on him.
Our producer today, David Stern, has always got the right replay. Watch this. Frank Lewis, 82. Let's see if we can see from our angle. Oh, look. We may have another angle on this. I want to see this one from here. in the hands, in the stomach.
Ooh.
How did the guy behind know that he dropped it out of his stomach? If he did.
Hard to say. However, the ruling was critical. It is now 3rd and 10 with 1:40 to play. From the shotgun, Ferguson. Big, big third down play. Over the middle, Frank Lewis. Picked off. Picked off. I believe it is Rick Sanford.
You're right, Phil. Not Joe Ferguson's fault.
I'll tell you what, it's like somebody shut off the lights here. Everybody is boogieing.
They're all gone. Sanford knows he may have saved it. Ferguson has got Lewis open over the middle. He throws it behind him. He tips it up in the air, and Sanford makes a great athletic play. Again, you got to go to the main man, Frank Lewis. Watch the pass. It's just behind him, Phil. And he can't get a hold of it. The ball tips up into the air, and Sanford may have gotten the New England Patriots their 3rd win of the season.
I'll tell you, outstanding pictures there on those replays. David Stern, our producer. Dick Klein, our director. We thank you, gentlemen. It has been one great afternoon. Sam Cunningham tries to go across left tackle. Phil Villapiano is there trying to force the football out.
I know the Bills would like to have that one timeout they called to get things together when they were trying to decide whether to kick the field goal or go for the first down. Now they're down to 2 timeouts left. And I think they've just called their second. They're down to 1 now, Phil.
You know, Buffalo, Mike, has puffed the football up, turned the ball over in the last 3 games 16 times. 8 interceptions, 8 fumble recoveries.
Can't win football games when you turn it over.
It's amazing because Chuck Knox, he lives and dies preaching error-free football, gentlemen. Aggressive, error-free football. He has not had it this year here in Buffalo. Boy, a big call on this drive.
This was the critical play on this drive, Phil. Frank Lewis on the out pattern. He's got plenty of yards for the first down to keep the 2-minute drill alive. Ball hits him in the hands, the stomach. He was inbounds when he caught it.
The officials say he did not have possession. They look from here as if he did. Officials are a lot closer.
That's why I'd never put on one of those shirts. You're always half wrong.
That's right.
Never half right. You're always half wrong.
You know, if the Bills could just play 3/4 of football, they'd probably be undefeated.
You mentioned that it looked like somebody turned off the lights here. Look at them leaving.
Leaving in droves. 1:21 to play. Kavanaugh, all he's looking for is a first down. Cunningham tries the left side. The Buffalo Bills have scored a total, Mike, of 30 points in the 4th quarter. That's less than 3 points a game in 4th period. And in contrast to that, the Bills' defense has given up more points in the 4th quarter than any other period. Look at this one coming up. The Dolphins and the Jets. Word is Richard Todd will start for New York.
The Bills,
big game.
Oh, the Bills walk out of here 6-6, and they're going to be kicking themselves all afternoon while I watch that game. No matter who had won, the Bills just had to win to stay in the race.
Yeah.
Now they got to fight for it.
But they've only got one more home game against the Redskins next week, and then they take this thing. I think their show on the road for the last 3.
Where it's very tough to win the latter part of the season on somebody else's turf.
It is Cunningham tries to throttle his way in near the 27-yard line. And another timeout with 39 seconds to play.
You know, Matt Kavanaugh said at the top of the show, he agreed with me. See, we're better than a 2-9 club, and we got to play on heart and pride. And, you know, I mean, I played on a 1-9 team before we won a football game, and it was very, very difficult to get up and continue to play for a full 60 minutes. You got to be very, very proud of these Patriots who could have just gone to the tank 2 or 3 weeks ago and never, ever played a game like this against a division-contending Buffalo Bill club.
Now, last year, Matt Kavanaugh started one of the games against these Buffalo Bills in Foxborough. And what a job he did. He led the Patriots to a 24-2 victory back there on that day.
You know, something we didn't mention. I think maybe the Bills are still in shock, 24-0 against a very lowly St. Louis club. That residual effect, they were probably searching their souls all week saying, how in the world could we get shut out by a club like that? And that might have had an effect on this football game.
I think you're exactly right, Mike. Of course, Matt Cavanaugh, there you see him, number 12, filling in for an injured Steve Grogan. Grogan out with a sprained knee. He has to be one happy young man today.
Oh, yes.
Coming on in this role, the team's 2-9. He's trying to get these guys to believe in him, to believe in themselves. And that's tough to do when you're a backup quarterback.
Very difficult, especially he started out the season as number 1 and failed. Now he's coming back in for his second debut of this season and has done a lot better.
4th and 2. Cunningham. And the Buffalo Bills held him. So they will take over the football with 35 seconds to play. And I'll tell you, about 2/3 of the 75,000 who are on hand will not see if, in fact, their Buffalo Bills can come back. Wouldn't it be something with all the people that have left this stadium if Buffalo would come back and win this game? Stranger things have happened. You take a look at Chuck Knox on the near sideline with the Buffalo Bills beanie on. Here they come. 3 wide receivers for Buffalo. They'll have 35 seconds to get the job done. The defensive backs for New England, 3 of them playing all the way back in the midfield stripe. Ferguson puts it up for Hooks. He's got it! The clock continues to run. 18, 17. And Ferguson just wants to get rid of it to get the clock stopped. 12 seconds to play. We're taking you down to the wire on this one. Holy Toledo. Well, you never want to count out a Chuck Knox coach team. Andrew. And Lou Pacone. From the floor, float the zone. It's bouncing around. Finishes in National Football League action, and this one ranks right up at the top. Take a look at it from the shotgun. It was second down, I believe, and a prayer. Ferguson just unloaded. He was looking for Lewis. It was bouncing around, and he found Roland Hooks. Oh, my goodness. 37-yard touchdown. Look at it again. Can you believe it? Roland Hooks, 6 catches today, 112 yards and 2 touchdowns. And the only thing I can say for Ron Earhart and the New England Patriots is it has just been one of those years. They had him on the rocks. This ball game, for all intents and purposes, was really all but over with 37 seconds to play. And back came the Buffalo Bills. I had just finished saying, do not count a Chuck Knox coach team out. And wow, Joe Ferguson unloads the 37-yard prayer for Frank Lewis. The ball bounced around off a couple of hands down there, right into the outstretched arms of one running back, Roland Hooks, who is playing today because Joe Cribbs went out with a rib injury in the first half. Can you believe the drama that has unfolded here at Rich Stadium in Buffalo? Vic Vickemeyer sends a squiggler down, an onside kick, and look at this. New England has recovered the football, and this ball game is history as time expires. An incredible finish. Once again, the final score, the Buffalo Bills 20, the New England Patriots 17. We'll continue to review the action of this win in just a moment.
Here's to meeting new faces in new places. For that first day on the job, this Bud's for you.
This Bud's for you. There's no one else who does it quite the way you do. So here's to you. This Bud's for you, for all you do. The king of beers is coming through.
Yeah, just for you. That distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
For all you do.
This Bud's for you.
This one is history. The Buffalo Bills over the Patriots 20-17. Now stay tuned for the second half of our doubleheader. We'll be back in just a moment.
A promotional fee has been paid to NBC by United Airlines. We serve more of this land's top 100 business centers than any other airline. Fly the friendly skies.
This has been a presentation of NBC Sports, the leader in innovative sports television.
Bob Hope and Frank Sinatra, two fabulous